Hey there, how's it going everybody? So I'm standing next to this golden giant amaranth, also known as Amaranthus cruentus. This is a self-seeding annual plant, so much to speak of. Protein rich, mineral rich, both the leaves and the seeds are edible. The leaves are commonly prepared similar to a spinach. You can saute them, put them in a stir fry or a soup. The seeds are often ground or milled into a flour, or you can prepare the seeds similar to a quinoa. If you watched my video yesterday where I made a plant-based wrap, I used quinoa. So today is December 6, 2016, and I was expecting to actually pull this harvest about 3 weeks ago, but we have still yet to hit a frost here, at which point the amaranth will definitely die back. But this is the perfect time right now to go ahead and harvest these seeds. If you look closely, there's still a lot of green, which means that there's moisture and still fresh seed here, but mixed into these heads you can see where it's starting to dry out, and this is just one of the indicators that lets you know that this seed head is ready to go ahead and be harvested. So here's a smaller version of the same plant. So these plants could get up to 7 feet tall, and this one here is probably about 3 feet tall. I just let it sprawl out onto the ground without doing any staking. The other plant that you saw that was tall is staked up. There's a lot less production happening on these smaller plants, but still they made a great source of greens throughout the whole summer. So I grew these plants from seed that I purchased over at Strictly Medicinal, and once again very happy with the quality of the seed there. So I'm just going to be using a couple storage totes to go ahead and pull my harvest here. So once we got all these seed heads harvested and in the storage containers, I'm going to bring them to another area of the yard, string them up and let them hang dry for a few days, at which point I will then go ahead and rub all these seed heads, knocking all the seeds off, again giving it probably a couple days to make sure it's thoroughly dry before I store it in sealed mason jars. Isn't that beautiful? And let me show you what the seeds look like. You can just knock those off by rubbing the flower heads. So it's those little white seeds that we're after, and the rest of the plant matter and all the rest of the chaff we will eventually separate and get rid of. But for now, we're just going to pull the harvest. Alright, well that's most of the seed there. Not bad for one little patch of amaranth. Now let's go harvest those smaller plants. Just want to show this to you. Even though we're in December, some of these seed heads are still very green and moist. They're not actually even dropping seeds yet, so I'm leaving some of these on the plant just to see how long we could actually go. So to dry the amaranth, I'm here in a dry, non-windy area, and I'm just using this 4-foot fencing that is bent over. I'm going to use that as a drying rack, and below it, I'm going to line it with this sheet to catch all the falling seeds. So I can't express enough how important this step is to make sure that all the seeds are fully dried before doing any storage. If there's any moisture left in these seeds, you're going to end up with mold or mildew, and you don't want that. You'll lose your whole crop here. So well, that's it for now, everybody. Stay tuned and I'll be sure to update you as to just how large the harvest is once all these seeds are dry. And with that, I hope this video finds you and finds you well, out in the world and out in your garden, planting more abundance in your life. Take care, everybody. I'll be talking to you again soon.